Hi everyone, Tracie here from Seed Flinger, where we fling seeds of truth, love, peace, joy, harmony, enlightenment, and empowerment. We are all in different stages of our consciousness, or different stages of waking up, or different stages of evolution. Especially now when the whole world is going through a lot of fear and a lot of stuff is coming up, purging. I have spent well over a decade, 15, 20 years even, in purging my mind, in challenging beliefs and undoing negative fears. All the while I was living life, working, doing businesses, starting businesses, raising kids, learning, constantly researching. In my personal testimony, what I realized through the years is it's not circumstances that trigger us. They're beliefs, and they live inside of us. And we can't make them go away unless we reprogram them. It's like planting a tree. If we plant a fearful tree, then fear is going to grow. I use the analogy of an orange tree. If you grow an orange tree, bananas aren't going to grow. It's going to be fear. And our fears, although you could study this and learn all the different words associated with it, the primary definition of fear is denial of good. Here's where the intellect really gets us, is we have really good reasons for denying the good because we have proof with our experiences and other people's testimonies and their amazing education and their preparing and studying to give us proof. But mostly the proof is due or is recognized by us by our own experiences. If we've experienced pain, then that's proof that it exists, and then we should be prepared and we should feel fear. So all of these reasons will continue to justify why we should stay in this state of consciousness. The information and the testimony that I offer wouldn't even be interesting to most people. If you're listening to this, the probability of you resonating with what I'm saying or you being ready to make that dive into the absolute is probably very, very high. So by absolute, I mean that our beliefs come from the mind, and then the body responds as a puppet to what we focus on. So if you believe in fear, you will experience being afraid. Make sense? We have all done this because we bought into the reasons why we should. We wanted to protect ourselves, and we thought that in order to protect ourselves, we should focus on what could go wrong. The problem with that is you never get to have fun if you're always worried. You can't ride your motorcycle, drive a car, go for a hike, go snorkeling, be around family, or do anything that has the possibility or the probability of you being harmed. Wisdom doesn't say know everything that can harm you and then act accordingly. It is a attuning to that which always directs you. So it is a knowing without the fear. I mean, it's not smart, even though we think it is, to know what could go wrong, because how do you reconcile what can go wrong and feel safe? It's like an impossibility. So on to the meat of this video. I was asked by several people to do a video on affirmations because the trees that we plant of fear, we don't need to uproot those trees. We don't need to feel bad that we did it. It was just part of being human, part of our innocence in believing things. We did not do that on purpose. We did not suffer on purpose. We did it out of our ignorance. It's actually insane to push against or try to pull up those trees, just as it is insane to push against other people who are still planting or speaking about those trees. Leave them be. What we can do is to plant new trees, and we do that by impressing on the subconscious. The rest of this video will be in affirmations, in which I am going to speak some of the most powerful affirmations that I've heard to date. But before I do, I just want to touch on the concept God. In our book, Crystal Clear, I spoke about the misunderstandings about God. What I mean in these affirmations when I use the word God, I am meaning power. I am meaning love. I am meaning safety and security. I am meaning that there is only that. And in my speaking, as you relax, take a deep breath and get comfortable, we together are going to reprogram your subconscious. And when I say subconscious, I am meaning that you consciously are going to choose to impress onto the subconscious, which is the realm of power, that which you want. and that which you want is health, love, joy, peace, wealth, abundance. And by doing this, you are in agreement with me and with the source of life that you are going to override all of these trees that we all planted in fear, and we are going to choose only good. And when you choose only good and it gets impressed onto the subconscious, then only good can come. Just like fear came and we were afraid. Even anger is a fear program because we didn't get what we wanted. So this is what we're going to do. We are consciously making a decision to impress onto our being that there is only good. These affirmations are from the lectures and the writings of Mr. Joseph Murphy. I know that the answer to my problem lies in the infinite intelligence within me. I now quiet my mind. I get still. I relax. I'm at peace. I know the infinite speaks in peace and not in confusion. I am now in tune with the infinite. I know and believe implicitly that infinite intelligence is revealing to me the perfect answer. I think about the solution to my problems. I now live in the mood I would have were my problems solved. I live in the abiding faith and trust, which is the mood of the solution. This is the spirit of the infinite moving within me. The spirit is omnipotent. It is manifesting itself. My whole being rejoices in the solution. I am glad. I live in this feeling, and I give thanks. I know the infinite has the answer, for with infinite intelligence all things are possible. God, I know. God is the living spirit, almighty within me, without face, form, or figure. It's the source of all wisdom and illumination. The indicator of the divine presence within me is a sense of peace and poise. I now cease all sense of strain and struggle. I trust the divine power implicitly. I know that all the wisdom and power I need to live a glorious and successful life are within me. I relax my entire body. My faith is in His wisdom. I go free. I claim and feel the river of peace flowing through me. I know the quiet mind gets its problem solved. I turn my request over to the subjective intelligence, knowing it has the answer, and I am at peace. I know that the answer to my problem lies in the infinite intelligence within me. I now quiet my mind. I get still. I relax. I'm at peace. I know the infinite speaks in peace and not in confusion. I am now in tune with the infinite. I know and believe implicitly that infinite intelligence is revealing to me the perfect answer. I think about the solution to my problems. I now live in the mood I know I would have were my problems solved. I live in the abiding faith and trust, which is the mood of the solution. This is the spirit of the infinite moving within me, the spirit of omnipotence. It is manifesting itself. My whole being rejoices in the solution. I am glad. I live in this feeling, and I give thanks. I know the infinite has the answer, for with infinite intelligence all things are possible. There is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth him understanding. The Almighty power is within me, enabling me to be, to do, and to have. This wisdom and power of the Almighty backs me up and enables me to fulfill all my goals. I think about the wisdom and power of the Almighty regularly and systematically, and I no longer think about obstacles, delays, impediments, and failure. I know that thinking constantly along this line builds up my faith and confidence and increases my strength and poise. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. There is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth him understanding. God reveals to me new creative ideas, wonderful ideas, which bless humanity in countless ways. Divine law and order govern my life. Divine right action reigns supreme. Divine success is mine. Divine harmony is mine. Divine peace fills my soul. Divine love saturates my whole being. Divine abundance is mine. Divine love goes before me today and every day, making straight, joyous, and glorious my way. Divine law and order governs my life. Divine right action reigns supreme. I look upon money as divine substance, for everything is made from the one Spirit. I know that matter and spirit are one. Money is constantly circulating in my life, and I use it wisely and constructively. Money flows to me freely and joyously. Money is an idea in the mind of God. It is good and very good. I look upon money as divine substance, for everything is made from the one Spirit. You might have heard that money is the root of all evil, or that poverty is a virtue, but I tell you that isn't true. That was taken out of context. What is true is if one chooses money over God, which is love, joy, peace, harmony, and goodwill, then they will not be a balanced person. And so that doesn't mean that money is evil. It means choosing it over all else will result in an unbalanced being. And poverty is not a virtue. It's a sickness. It's the lack of belief that God gives abundantly. It's the doubt. It's the fear. We have so many stories about King David and Solomon and the prodigal son and Job and all of those that were given the abundance. Abundance is an aspect of divinity, for the Father denies you nothing. And when I say Father, I mean the power denies you nothing. As a matter of fact, it says the opposite. It is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And if those that asked for bread, would he give you a stone? And the answer is no. The only requirement for asking is to believe that you already have it. And throughout Scripture it says the time is at hand, which means now, not in the past, not in a future time, now. And if you believe that you already have it, if you believe in the singularity of that God is good and abundance, joy, peace, all of the wonderful things of life are yours right now, then they must come. And because we have that power already given to us, and the name of God is the same today, tomorrow, and that name is the I am. When you say, I am wealthy, or I am poor, you are using the name of God and proclaiming that which you are, and it will be, just like Jesus said, as you say. So it's really a matter of belief and claiming. To claim these wonderful things that were already given to us, it's important that we program the subconscious into planting new trees. Forget about the weeds. Forget about the trees of fear. Let them grow. Focus on the trees of wonderment, love, joy, peace, abundance, and offer goodwill to all people. For it's only in the fear that we want to envy and covet other people. But really we're asking, why do they get things and I don't? And the answer is always the same, is because we were planting trees of fear instead of good. And so the work that we do is planting new trees. It's not so much the digging up the physical work, because you won't really have action until you first believe that it's yours. The story of the pearl, the great pearl, is you. God is in you. And that's why it said in the book of Matthew, if you see that he's there or over there, do not go out, because until you see the Christ, which reveals that you and the Father are one inside of you, you will always believe that you don't have it, but everyone else does. The way, the truth, and the life is in you to claim it. So the power was given, and yet we deny it by our fearful seeds that we've planted. And so the best work that you can do is to program the subconscious into absolutely knowing, because any doubt will make us turn away. The pearl of great price is you, for the Spirit is in you. The body is the temple of the Spirit, the Creator, which lives in you and is you, is greater than that which is created. This is the Philosopher's Stone, the Ark of the Covenant, the great pearl. When you seek for it with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind, you discover that it's you. It's your very spirit that lives in you. And you have found everything. Because whatever you say is true indeed. Let your light shine. And for however long it takes to program the subconscious until there's no longer any doubt that lives in you, is the best work that you can give to yourself and to others. It's the greatest of gifts. Peace to you.